welcome to Phil's Glass and Spaghetti Research Department. Just stumbled upon this trick some years ago, and now that I have a camera and internet and all that stuff, I can actually do something and show you guys how this works. This is dead simple, no amp modifications whatsoever. You can simply, by implementing the low input of all those old amplifiers from, like the 60s or whatever, just about every amp had the low and high output, and they're all very, very similar. So this would work on a lot of those old amps. You simply stick a capacitor. I've done it by putting it in a socket and then into a plug. You can unscrew a plug and put it in the end of a plug. If you've ever repaired a guitar cord with a soldering iron, then you're qualified to do this really, really simple modification. It gives you access to other tones. Here's schematically what it looks like. That is what your low input looks like schematically. All I've done is add a capacitor at the front. By varying the value of that capacitor will give you different stages of a high pass filter, and that can go a long way because a lot of those old amps were bass heavy. So if you have a bass heavy amplifier from the older era, this would probably give you access to a lot of tones that you wouldn't easily be able to get. Okay, signal path is cheap Strat, under $200 you can buy these for. Ceramic pickups, they measure 4K, so they're low output, nothing special there. Signal goes from that into a trio box, which you just heard, straight into this box. This box here saves me plugging and unplugging plugs. I've put 6-position switch in a box, so you have instant access to the normal high input, the normal low input, and then with that low input engaged, we add 4 different size capacitors, getting smaller and smaller. So we're just sloping that bass back from about 1,000 cycles, and that just slopes back at about 6 dB per octave, and that rebalances the whole tone. A lot of those old BF amps had the reverb channel, which is the hotter channel. Whether you use the reverb or not, that gave you an extra gain stage, and that's what this spaghetti here I've put together to just give you an idea of what's going on. So the signal goes through that preamp, treble, bass, mid-range, volume, a master volume going to just to balance the power amp. Preamp in that is not used, so we're going to the phase splitter, push-pull output, couple of old 6G W8s, have an old Chrysler radiogram. This is my little reamp box. It's a load box, line out box, and that signal then goes to a Laney keyboard amp, which is essentially flat, no overdrives, no guitar stuff in there, just a nice reverb. So the reverb's coming from the second amplifier. Okay, so here's what you can do with the different positions. Here, first of all, I'll just demonstrate what's going on here. Here's your high input. We're on the neck pickup, everything's a 10 on guitar. Okay, that's your high input. Now your low input. Not a lot of difference, but you do lose a bit of energy. Now we're going to add, we're going to put a capacitor in front of those 268K resistors, and this one's 5.6 NF. Already the bass is just starting to be rolled off. That's 3 and 3, I think. This one's 1.8. Now 1.4. I'll just go back to the high input. So you can hear it cleans up the sound tremendously. So I doubt if the mic in the camera has got the capacity to pick up just how low and how soupy that sounds, but I certainly wouldn't want to use it. So let's just now demonstrate what you can do. I'll try the 1.4. Say you want to 1.8. Okay, so say you want to do some nice jazzy stuff. We'll just back off that volume a little bit. So you just passed halfway on everything, right? stuff. You can do, you say you want to do your country. You know, so there's another sound you can get. Say you want to get that duck sound, you know, the quack between between the middle and say the bridge. Excuse me. Here's a famous guy that did some nice guitar tones. There's getting, you know, play around with different pickups and different, you know, pedals or whatever, and you might get sort of that sort of sound. You're getting closer to those sort of nasally sounds. Here's one for all you know, you guys that want that Texas tone. Crank up the volume a bit, because you've wiped away the bass, you can now really crank up the preamp and overdrive the power tubes to get that really sweet sort of, you know, clean distortion, that beautiful overdrive sound. So everybody remembers this. So you can, you know, you're getting into that screaming Texas tone. So yeah, I mean, that to me is pretty good. If you're chasing those sounds, that's one dead simple way to get it. I mean, you can change output transformers and get NOS valves and pretty coloured capacitors and do all sorts of stuff. But when you consider the cost of a capacitor is about 15 cents, this is a dead simple way to do it. So yeah, if you want to do that, big sound on the normal high input, just turns to C. We'll turn the bass right off. It's wrong. It's just not. It's not sounding. Now you're getting closer to the sound. We'll go to 1.4. So anyway, nice to have shared that with you. Have some fun with it. Enjoy, you know, go and melt some solder and play your guitar and have some fun. Yeah. Thanks for watching.